Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I hope you like my new camera. I'm loving it so far, but hopefully it translates well to what's actually going to be on YouTube. But today was amazing. Started off with this morning with Army of the Dead. What a sick trailer. I love it. I'm excited for it. I can't believe we're going to get another Zack Snyder movie this year. This year has definitely been the year of Zack Snyder. Congratulations to him, and thank you very much to Netflix for giving him the opportunity to do whatever he wanted with that IP. That's very respectable. But there is one, there's no really DC movie news right now. I think, like I said, Shazam Fury of the Gods is going to shoot soon. But David F. Sandberg can't help but throw a little something on Reddit, trolling a lot of fans. This is what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to play this to you. There's no sound whatsoever. But that's him. I mean, that's really him going to the Shazam office and walking into the office. He's right by the bathroom. How convenient. Shazam 2 goes to the script, opens it up, goes all the way to the last page, which was probably, and it says Justice League there. I guess the real Justice League was friends we made along the way, and that's it. Like, if you guys want to pause that video, then go ahead. But that's pretty much it. Just trolling all the DC fans out there wanting to know a little bit more about Shazam 2, Shazam Fury of the Gods. Congratulations, David F. Sandberg. You did it. You trolled all of us fans. Yeah, that's... Let's see. Let's pause right here. Yeah, so you can go ahead and pause this video and read all that if you want, but I can guarantee you that's all fake. Yeah, that's all fake. So, picks up Batman's dusty cowl from the ground. Seriously, that's a deserted Hall of Justice. See? Yeah. Trolling, but it's great to see him input like Justice League in there, whether it's Zack Snyder's Justice League or not. We don't know. He probably doesn't even know either. He probably saw Zack Snyder's Justice League. Is that canon then? Maybe I'll just go from that. But thank you, David Sandberg, for putting a little bit, giving us a little bit of DC stuff for today. But like I said, today was really all about Army of the Dead here. And the trailer for Army of the Dead is doing very well. It's trending at #1 with 2.3 million views in 15 hours. That is amazing. See, when a studio actually tries to market it, it just trends. It just puts it out there, and people are super excited. Some people are even saying this is the best trailer they've seen all year, and I love it. I absolutely love it. You can see my reaction. It's going to be linked up there. Hopefully it shows up, but you can see my reaction to that trailer there. I love this trailer. It's the best trailer of all of them. We only had like a little clip snippets and a teaser, but this is the one. This is the one that really, I mean, excited me before, but this one probably excited everybody, and I can't wait to see this action, adventure, survival, horror, heist film. It is amazing. I'm like I said before, I'm really loving how Zack Snyder is shooting nowadays, how they're really up close, clear picture with blurred out, fading out, and everything's blurred out. It's like that dreamy type of look. I love that. That's like his newest thing, and he's going with it. He's just gonna go. He's gonna roll with it, and I can't wait to see more of that type of work later on, right? But let's go into Army of the Dead, and he actually puts a little bit of throws a little shade towards Justice League. So in fact, this is kind of like Army of the Dead / Justice League, but here we go. This is coming from Insider. Zack Snyder threw subtle shade at Warner Brothers and Justice League while promoting his Army of the Dead Netflix movie. And this is by Kirsten Acuna, who has been very much like Restore the Snyderverse. lately, so thank you to this writer here. Zack Snyder's returning to the zombie genre for the first time in 17 years when his next movie, Army of the Dead, comes to Netflix in May. When asked what it was like working with the streaming service and if we'd see any other cuts of the film on the streaming service, referencing his recently released Snyder Cut of Justice League on HBO Max, Snyder had some interesting choice words after praising Netflix. "This is the movie. There's no other cuts of the movie," Snyder told a group of press and fans during a live Netflix-hosted Q&A Tuesday morning, which Insider attended. "I didn't have to fight them. It was the opposite. This is a director's cut, if you will, of Army of the Dead," he continued. "You don't have to see a bastardized version. You get to just see the awesome version first." Snyder and his producing partner and wife, Deborah Snyder, stepped down from 2017's Justice League after the death of their daughter and a studio mandate that the movie be trimmed to 2 hours. The result was a film which sidelined many diverse characters, including an appearance by Green Lantern, and added cringeworthy moments for its female characters. After about 3 years of online fan rallying, Snyder announced in May 2020 he would finally get to finish and release his original vision for Justice League on HBO Max, one that was still met with some bumps and roadblocks. Snyder has candidly discussed his thoughts on the 2017 version of the film before. When asked if his version of Justice League would contain any of Whedon's footage, Snyder said during 2020's Justice Con fan events, "I would set it on fire before I would use a single frame that I did not photograph. That is a fucking hard fact." Snyder has claimed to never see the 2017 theatrical cut, following the advice of his wife and of his friend, director Christopher Nolan. On the flip side, Snyder described his experience working with Netflix as amazing. "My team there have been nothing but supportive and incredibly collaborative and just really a joy. This was probably one of my, if not the most gratifying experience I've had making a movie," Snyder said during a live portion of the event on Tuesday. The heist film, set in Las Vegas during a massive zombie outbreak, stars Dave Bautista, Ana de la Reguera, Theo Rossi, Hiroyuki Sanada, Tig Notaro, Huma S. Quresh, and Garrett Dillahunt. With Justice League sequels off the table for now, despite a passionate fan base asking for Warner Media to complete his final 2 films for the franchise, Snyder expressed his enjoyment at being in charge of a franchise that he has control over at Netflix. "I really wanted to make a movie with a universe and an IP that it could be the extreme authority on and allow the audience to just be a ride on that is purely my design," Snyder said. Army of the Dead isn't planned as a standalone film, though. Netflix is going to go all in on Snyder's vision for his zombie world. The streaming service previously announced an animated prequel, Army of the Dead Las Vegas, which will showcase the early days of the zombie outbreak, as well as another prequel film, Army of Thieves. Of course, Army of the Dead will be released in select theaters on May 14th and will be available to stream on Netflix on May 21st. Yes! Holy crap. I can't wait for this movie, but I am so happy that he had an amazing time on Netflix. And that just goes to show how Netflix has become. They're taking taking Warner Bros. Model away. Warner Bros. Keeps saying, "We're a director-driven studio." And Netflix like, "Fuck you. You ain't no director-driven studio. Give me that card." And they took the card, and it said director-driven studio. And they placed it on Netflix, because that's what Netflix is. An actual 100% director-driven studio. They have all the respect from the world for their directors. Look at Michael Bay, man. They let Michael Bay do whatever the freaking wants. Even though how crazy Underground 6 was, it was Michael Bay, like how Michael Bay wants it. Exactly like this. Netflix, Irishman, Martin Scorsese. It was The Irishman, how Martin Scorsese wants it. Army of the Dead. It's exactly the kind of Army of the Dead, exactly the way Zack Snyder wants it. That's the respect the studio at Netflix has given to these directors something that Warner Brothers has absolutely failed to do. And things need to change. And so just driving that conversation a little bit more, let's get into Justice League, because we're talking about Justice League. Larry came out and actually retweeted the Chris Terrio article where Justice League screenwriter Chris Terrio is super pissed off. The Argo Oscar winner is tired of being hated by the haters, and he despises what happened to his DC films too. Larry Fong didn't say a word, just tweeted that article out, pushing back against the leadership at Warner Brothers, including Toby Emmerich, who, by the way, sold Army of the Dead for pennies to Netflix because he had no confidence in it. Well, he's gonna take the L again. He's gonna take the L again in May, and in another slap in the face. Hopefully this time, Netflix will spout out their numbers, I think. Netflix will be like, whoa, look at this movie. It did this. When your subscribers went up like that. And then we're all going to take that information, okay? We're all going to take that information, and we're going to tweet it out to Warner Brothers, and we're going to look at Warner Brothers, and we're like, so Toby sold this too? He didn't have any confidence in this too, just like the Joker and Zack Snyder's Justice League. What a fucking loser, that Toby Emmerich. What a loser. So I think we should definitely do that. Another L to his face. They need to know that that man is not fit for the leadership over at Warner Brothers. It's going to continue to tank. And boy, are they really trying to tank the Snyderverse. I'm telling you, they're really trying. They put out this HBO Max themselves. We really had confidence in them, but maybe it's just a little too toxic over there, a little bit too much whispering in the ears of HBO Max. Hey, I am the exec at Warner Brothers. I'm going to tell you that we're going to make a great DC franchise without Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm going to tell you. Well, they put out this be a little bit cool Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy trailer combining Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. And what actually, to me, as I'm watching it, it's kind of like a prelude to Zack Snyder's Justice League, a roll to Zack Snyder's Justice League. In fact, this should have came out before Zack Snyder's Justice League came out as a marketing push for Zack Snyder's Justice League. But no, this came out today all of a sudden, for some reason, when Army of the Dead and Zack Snyder was trending all day today. Everybody was so excited about Army of the Dead, so excited for Zack Snyder. They dropped this today. And what did it say at the end of this trailer? I'm going to play it to you here. It's something that people are very mad at. Okay? God is dead. The path, okay, was long. For the most part, it's an excellent, but justice is coming. The completion of Zack Snyder's trilogy, excuse me? So usually you think, like, after this, they would say something about, I don't know, Justice League 1, 2, and 3? Well, all it does is has the Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and then Zack Snyder's Justice League. And what they're calling Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Zack Snyder's Justice League as a trilogy. 3 movies. And we know it's not. We know there are 5 movies, right? There are 5 movies. But they wanted to put it out there to say, like it says, this justice is coming. That's because this trailer was probably supposed to come out before Zack Snyder's Justice League came out. But they decided to put it out now with those words, complete the Zack Snyder's trilogy. I'll fix that for you. I'll fix that. We'll fix that for you. We'll fix it for you. Like Clay Staub says right here, the second unit director for Zack Snyder's Justice League says 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Restore the Snyderverse. Credit to David Burt Jr. here. Zack Snyder's Justice League 1, 2, and 3. It's not a trilogy. It's a pentology. I tried to do a 1, 2, and 3, but this guy did way better job at making it look really cool. So Justice League 1, 2, and 3, it's supposed to be a trilogy. I would have accepted it says, to complete the Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy, then it would make sense. But no, they tried to loop it in. They threw in the Man of Steel. They threw in the Batman v Superman. Then they threw Zack Snyder's Justice League and says, that's it. That's just a trilogy right there. Is the Snyderverse over? Is the Snyderverse over? Just like in that Insider article that I just read, for now. And I think we have to be a little bit patient about this. Right now, let's give all the attention, let's give all the energy we have to Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead, right? Let's give it all. Let's watch that trailer. Let's share his work. Let's tell the world how great and fantastic a studio like Netflix is. And look what happens. All the Snyder fans, all his fans who likes his work went over to Netflix to watch and support Army of the Dead, making those numbers, Netflix numbers, way, way big, right? And that should really, hopefully help spell out a little bit that look what happened. Look what happened when we support Zack. Look what will happen when we support his universe, his vision. Look what happened to the company that supports his vision as well. It is profitable. It is big. Lots of noise. Lots of subscriptions right over there. And I think that will actually help out the cause. So for now, maybe the Snyderverse is not going to come out yet or even talked about yet. I don't know if there's going to be anything to happen in investor meeting or at JusticeCon. I'm just saying right now, let's support Army of the Dead, but continue to say restore the Snyderverse when you can, and support any more articles or anything that puts an L on Warner Brother leadership right now for going the wrong way, right? Not supporting Snyderverse is meaning you're pretty much losing money at this point. You're losing subscribers at this point. A lot of people are unsubscribing. I can totally see people that I can't tell you not to subscribe or whatever. That's up to you. But supporting right now, to me, I think supporting Zack on Army of the Dead on Netflix is very much will help out in a way to show that a competing studio is winning by actually supporting the fans, not calling them toxic, not throwing away a potential universe, supporting the fans, catering to the fans, giving us Zack Snyder content, and that will ultimately should pretty much show them at an executive level that, oh man, we really messed up here. We really, really messed up. So, but yeah, Justice League, there's still 2 more. And until Zack says stop fighting for it, we're going to continue going. Faith, Alfred. Faith. All right, well, let's get into the members' comments and questions now. Lego Dinosaur, release the Mothra cut. That's hilarious. Yeah, release the Mothra cut. Grandson of Soul, whoa, Chris, you get to interview Cyborg himself. Congrats on that. I look forward to that panel. Also, will you and the rest of the crew be doing another roundtable discussion soon for JusticeCon? I always look forward to those. I don't know. I guess maybe Real Anarchy may have something. I would look forward to that. Maybe I'll reach out and see if Ben and Garza, if you're watching this, let me know. Chris, HBO give their ratings all the time. There's nothing special about it. Streaming services never release the real numbers. They just give general statements without details. As you say, we will never know them numbers. Right. Then they ought to give those statements and ratings. Exactly, Eric Blake. I understand they'll never give the real numbers, although they did say 1.4 million. They actually gave numbers for Tina, and they actually gave numbers for Nevers. They actually released real numbers. Like, there were actual numbers in the headline, so I'm not sure what we're talking about, Manu, but definitely exactly what Eric says. They're not saying a word A single word. It's like Snyder Cut never existed. George, hi Chris. Been a while since I have wrote in the comments, but I have been watching every day like normal. Well, thank you. So I'm up to date on your channel and still loving your work. Firstly, what are Warner Brothers doing? Are they completely mad? Zack and his work is like a gold mine, but just want to get rid of him. I just can't get my head around it. But great news for Netflix, I guess. Looking forward to this weekend to watch Justice Con and see more of everything. I'm really pumped to see the cast and the filmmakers behind Army of the Dead. Even Twitter has jumped on board with Zack. LOL. Have fun interviewing Ray and keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much. By the way, I'm going to have a second host on there. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but we have a secondary host, and Enosh will join me as well. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of fun. David Sherrington, let's soldier on, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck yeah. Restore the Snyderverse. I've had too much coffee. Why did I just dislike that? I meant to heart that instead. Sorry, David, as it's not going. There you go. Where did you see the info about the mandate for Godzilla vs. Kong, Chris? I chatted with Ryan and he didn't mention that. And he went in pretty in depth. I've got some people. And that's all I'll say. It's nothing public, by the way. I just hope the disconnect between Asher's Batson and Levi's Shazam isn't so vast as in the first film. Looking forward to Army of the Dead, and Warner Brothers is not going to release numbers, and I refuse to get angry about it anymore. As I am used to bullshit I can't control. Just bums me the fuck out. However, the Flash news has me optimistic. Yep, it really has me optimistic as well. But hopefully, I mean, it's still, hopefully, I guess it really depends if the director, hopefully Andy Muschietti doesn't get really, you know, he doesn't get, oh man, hopefully they don't mess him up that much, you know, and hopefully he has a bit of say about that. Yeah. Did the CEOs of movie companies all go to the bathroom at the same time and make a bet between the stalls in who could reach the bottom first? Or are they all 13-year-olds who can't say, oops, my bad, I was wrong? Wow, just wow. Throw away millions to protect your self-esteem. Leaders aren't supposed to need affirmation on their power. So much hate. Yeah, I know. I still don't get it because it doesn't make sense. I've talked about it so many times how it's incredible how much their ego has taken over their minds. Chris, in support of being out of your mind, we all are. You are the leader of this madness. Love to see Lucy, Alex, well, you the whole too much fanboy is in Shazam. She's a great martial artist. I guess I tend to fan out too much. I did think Lois said you talk, did I not before? I'm not a zombie guy with anything. I only saw World War Z because of Brad Pitt. Now I think I have another reason to watch something zombie. LOL. I hope I don't regret it. 2020 Chris, listening and reacting to 2017. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Thanks, Jose, for revisiting that one. The magic continues. I know that weird. I'm having too much fun with this reface. Someone stop me. Someone can hack into AT&T's presentation system and play this during the investors meeting. Yeah. Someone hack into so the casting and pre-production for Shazam Fury of the Gods is going much more smoothly than for The Flash. See, Warner Brothers, this is what happens when you don't keep coming in to impose changes. You trust David Sandberg, though you should have greenlit this a long time ago for the kids' sake, and you trust James Gunn. Now trust Andy Muschietti, trust James Wan, trust David Ayer, trust Rick Famuyiwa, and trust Zack Snyder. Andy Muschietti using Zack's VFX guy for The Flash. Ray Fisher giving hints of hope for his role in the film Restored. What's next? Billy Crudup returning as present-day Henry Allen. The other guy maybe being past Henry when Barry's a kid. Well, I don't know about Billy Crudup. Seems to be like more of an actual, you know, he can't do it because he has got that morning show thing. I'm curious, do Zack and or Jason Kyler have any comments on the lack of numbers? All I can think about is it's all part of the plan. Last I heard, you know, and this is actually coming from Dave, really, that Zach, like Jason Kylar just said, thank you, Zach, and that's it. Nothing more. I think DC CW shows could be so much better if they did half the amount of episodes and had a higher budget. I'd rather have 10 really good episodes rather than 22 mediocre ones. Warner Bros. Sure knows how to piss off all of the other kids in the playground while trying to take their candy. But that's about it. Okay. I see. I did mention some things about Warner Bros. On the Gundam video. Chris, I think the problem with Hollywood is that sometimes they try to adopt older cartoons, but try to make them for the kids today. Imagine Ninja Turtles actually R-rated and cutting off heads. I'm not asking for all of them to be dark, but if the story was based off dark elements, then don't make it corny to target the wrong audience. Okay. Chris, I was talking to my soccer team today after our game, and we were discussing if Zach did a Iron Giant movie. Imagine the deep reconstruction he would do with that movie. I mean, I like Iron Giant as it is, but I can, like, if they made a I'm sweating here. If I made it like the live action, that's kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. I would love to see that. I don't know if Zach would do that, but an Iron Giant. I mean, it was so funny because I went to Walmart the other day and they were still selling Iron Giant toys. That's really cool. Chris, we won. Look at the smile on Joe, Ray, Zach's face every time we won. Once a man has seen society's black underbelly, he can never turn his back on it. Never pretend like you do, that it doesn't exist. Jackie Earl Haley, sorry. Rorschach, yeah. Well, thank you for the comments there. Yeah, I mean, it's not completely over yet. Don't worry. You know, continue to support Zach in what he has now, what he has in store for us in terms for that. And yeah, I mean, that's all we can say. And get ready for Justice Con. Justice Con should be pretty fun. I'm really excited for that. Unfortunately, I heard that Victor Koo couldn't make it now, so I'm kind of sad about that. So I don't know what they're going to do with that panel, but maybe they can have somebody else in there or something like that. So, but it's getting together really well, and I'm also getting kind of nervous a little bit and talking to Ray Fisher, but at least I'll have Enosh there to just be my buddy for that panel. So that's awesome to hear. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on that had moved. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.